Afternoon everybody. Thank you for joining me today. I'm just doing a quick flip through of the journal that I created using the digitals from Ephemera's Vintage Garden. Thank you Debbie for trusting me to do a design team project for you. Sorry it's been a little bit delayed. I've had some sickness with my father who lives with us, and I've been trying to get this uploaded. And today, being Saturday, it's a good day because everybody's out working and doing stuff, and the Wi-Fi is free, so I can upload at a decent speed. I just want to flip through it quickly. What I've done is, first of all, this is the, it's a retro Dori. I'm calling it a retro Dori. It's basically just for me, just to document probably August now because I'm a bit too late for July. But first of all, on the front here, I've just laminated one of the digital Hankie pages that comes with the kit, and I've just elasticated, put an eyelet there and elasticated it for a closure, and then just done the holes there and at this end, and it's just a one signature, and I haven't stitched the actual signature itself. It's just in there so I can reuse this laminating cover. So I'll just pop inside, just pull my sleeves up, get to work. So inside I've lined it with a hanky that I actually had in my stash. So I photocopied it and put it on the inside. And then this is the same one that's on the front that I've used again. And then just going through, this is one of the corners of the hanky that's Debbie's already made into corners, so you can use it as a tuck spot. Sorry for the lighting, the shadows in here, ladies, it's a bit awkward. So I've used it as a tuck spot, and then I've just made a tag with a fussy cut lady here that I got from some digitals off Etsy. Just some of the Tim Holtz stickers, a doily and a bit of old retro trim there, and a flower. What I've done is got downsized one of her tucks and then made it as a background here, and then there's just a little brad there. There's nothing on the back there, it's just tucks in there. There's some writing paper, another one of my retro ladies. I got this from a Etsy seller called Amy Jane Delightful, and a post-it note. This is the old Telegraph paper that I was gifted by Maureen Dillon. Thanks Maureen, if you're watching. This is an old Mother's Day card that I got from secondhand shop here, so I thought it really went nicely with the pink, and I've just put a little thing there with some little pop dots there. One of these messages that you can leave people. I got some pads of these the other day, yellow, pink, green and blue, and they go really nicely with the retro journals. And then I put some of the digital hankies up there as a trim. I've made a tag here. Sorry, no, I didn't make this tag. I got this from Sarah from the Mushroom Market. Thanks Sarah, if you're watching. And then guest check here with a little retro girl and a little flower there, and that just comes out and you can write on that. Some tea-dyed paper. I didn't use a lot of tea-dyed paper in here, just a little bit, and then you can just write on there. This is from a paper pack that we have here in New Zealand. Another one of the retro hankies corner pockets. I've made, this is out of one of those smash books, and it's just a retro tag that I've made with the lady in the journaling card and a bit of bling pops in the pocket. And this is an old from one of my old vintage embroidery books. Another lady from one of the digital kits that I have of vintage ladies. This is a use of the other another hanky corner, just on some pink gingham paper, and I've just made a little tag there out of a mason jar. That pops in there. That's just a stick-on. Some paper there that I tea-dyed or sprayed with some Lindy's, some memo paper with another die-cut lady, another one of those phone memos, some ledger paper, a blue spotty bag with a journaling card on there. This is ledger paper that I've printed onto. An old retro envelope with a little journaling card in there. And here's the other side of the envelope, and I've made this little, this comes from October Afternoon, and I just velcroed it so you can write in there. And that's actually an envelope there. Some grid paper. This is another one of my hankies that I just photocopied, and I've just got an old card in there from, I think this is from the Flow magazine. Flow, the big Flow book that you can get. And then I just made that into an envelope. Put another lady on there, put some pearls and a little butterfly there. Die cut this on my scanning cut. Some ledger paper. Some other scrapbook paper that I had in my stash. This is an old, this is just cut out of the old magazine that I had. So is this here. Back of that writing paper. This is a little tuck. I've got an old retro christening card. A little banner there made of fabric. And then this is the back of a My Mind's Eye card. And I've just used it, and this can be used as well. This is a little, this is graph paper, and you can use it as a little pocket there. Another one of the digitals of Debbie's. And this is from the lady that I get these from, who home journal fashion models, and I've just put an old retro button there. The vintage lady, and I've put a few sequins around there, and I've just adorned it with some pearls. On this side I've got some little teacups, and then in here I've got a selection of the little die cut ladies that I use in my journals. I just keep them in there for when I need them. This is also one of Debbie Ann's lined papers that I have had in one of my kits, and they come in pink, teal, blue and green, and tea dyed, but I'm pretty sure she's got those in on her website. That's the back of that. Vintage hanky. They're really beautiful to use, these. You can use them for so many different things. And then so I've kept the theme of the yellow and the pink. This is a little postcard out of the Flow book with the old retro phone. So I've just popped that in there. I've got a little vintage crocheted flower, another vintage lady, and then on the corner here I've just put a bit of lace and some fabric tape on the corner as my little tab. And another one of these ladies, I put a wee bow on her dress, just some lined paper out of a notebook. Lots of fun to make these, lots of fun. That's here in New Zealand we don't have the big guest chips, we have the little tiny ones. And we can only get them in this colour, but that's fine by me, I don't care. And I just put it on the other side of an index card using one of her corner pockets, and there's the green telephone message there. This here, I quite haven't finished filling it up, but it's one of those, this was from a big stash pack that I bought from Sarah at the mushroom market, and it fitted really well with this, so I used the tag, put some lace on there, a little button, and used this as well, which came from the stash pack, and just a label there. This is some ledger paper, another one of those beautiful corner hankies from Debbie Ann in her kit. There's a pink kit and there's a purple one, so this is from the pink one. Then another guest check, and I've just put a little bit of lace there, some pearls, some a bit of one of her hanky pages, and I've just used that there. This is one of the purple one that I've done down to size. Put a little retro lady there as a corner tuck, and then I've just got like a little journaling thing there, and in here this is a little booklet that I can just write bits and pieces in, and that just tucks in there. A little bit of some scrapbooking paper on the top there, some more ledger paper. I've made this little paper clip with a little retro camera, and that just goes on there. Little paper bag, and inside the paper bag I've got one of Debbie Ann's hankies that I've made into a journaling card. That just pops in there. Some more ledger paper, some note paper, and this is an envelope, which I don't think I've put anything in it. This is just some Amy J. Delightful paper, and one of her journaling cards. The back of that gingham, and another journaling spot there. And then here I've done another little paper clip there. And this is the back of that. It's an embroidery old tea trolley printable, and these are just for my when I want to journal. I've just put them inside the pocket. I've made another little paper clip there, little journaling spot, and I've just put some lace on top of that. That just clips on there like that. Do that after. And that's the little Amy J. Delightful. It's a little, I laminated it so I can use it as a little bookmark. Some tea dye paper. That's the back of that card. The telegraph paper. The writing paper. Put another little tuck spot here so you can put something in there like that. And that's the back. Well, I thoroughly enjoyed using this kit, Debbie, and thank you so much for allowing me to use your beautiful digitals for creating with, and I'll be back with another one in a few days. Thanks very much, ladies. Bye for now.